Hi, I'm Gary from Marsh Quality Decorators, and I'm a reviewer for the Trade Decorator TV. Today I'll be reviewing a product from Osmo. It's the Polyx-Oil. I'll be reviewing the tint and also reviewing the clear satin. Okay, and before I do that, can you please subscribe to the Trade Decorator TV channel and also hit the bell button, and you'll be informed of all future reviews by the team. Okay, so back to this. A few facts about it first. It's a combination of natural oil and wax. It's also microporous, so that's good. The fact it won't peel, crack, flake or blister. It's also water and dirt resistant. It's also used on children's toys, so it's pretty safe that way. It can be stored for up to 5 years. It covers about 24 square metres per litre and requires 2 coats or more if you require. It's recommended to be applied thinly, which I always have done in the past when I've used it. So I've tended to use it on doors before, and the thinner it dries quicker, plus it leaves a much better finish. It's also recommended for wooden floors and furniture, but like I say, in the past I've used it on doors, but this time I'll be using it on the floor for the first time. Obviously, if you're unsure, just check on the data sheets online and let you know. Now, the cost, it's around £75 per 2.5 litres, so it's really expensive compared to its competitors, like the oil varnishes and things like that. Is it worth it? I'll tell you at the end of the review. Okay, alright, so the project I'm going to use it on, I'll be using the tint on a floor. It's a bare timber floor. It's been sanded evenly. Make sure you sand everything evenly, because if it's not, it might look shady in different places. It's all being well hoovered first. And I'll be applying the tint coat first, working it well out so the grain comes through and there's no brush marks and things like that. Then I'll be leaving it for 24 hours, and then I'll be applying the clear satin over the top of it, again thinly, nice and evenly, to give a really nice finish and show the grain through the timber. So here's a video of the Osmo in action. Okay, so this is the floor we're going to be using Osmo Polyx-Oil on. As you can see, it's bare. It's all been completely sanded evenly, because if you don't sand it all evenly, you might get flashing on your floor, and it'll obviously look patchy. So these are the 2 products I'll be using, both Osmo Polyx-Oil. The first one will be the tinted version in graphite. That'll be that 1 coat to give it the base colour I'm after. And then once that's dry, after 24 hours, I'll be giving it a coat of the clear satin Polyx-Oil to protect the surface, as advised by the tech guys at Osmo. See, the idea of this is to work it well out so you don't see any brush marks. And also make it nice and even. Close, you can see the grain through the stain. Okay, so here we are 24 hours later after putting the Polyx-Oil tint onto the floor, and we're starting to put the Polyx clear satin on top of it for extra protection. Same principles apply with this. Put it on nice and evenly, and brush it out so it's not too thick. As you can see from that there, it's bringing the grain out even more than it did before. You can see there where it's dry, and there where the second coat's going on. That's really making the grain look great. This obviously will give it extra protection. Also enhances the grain a lot more than it did with the first coat. Okay, so here we've got the 3 stages of the floor getting done with Osmo Polyx-Oil. To the right hand side, obviously we've got the bare timber floor, which is being sanded and hoovered before doing. In the middle section you can see the first coat of Osmo Polyx-Oil tint. Then the final section towards the left you can see where the PolyxOil clear satin has gone on to, and it really, you can see that the sheen, it really enhances the grain of the timber. So there's, you can see all three stages there. Okay, so you can see by the previous video, the tint was applied to a bare timber floor, evenly brushed out, so there's no brush marks and things like that to bring the grain through as well. Then 24 hours later I applied the clear coat, the satin, on the top of it, just to enhance that grain even more and also protect the surface. And the overall effect, I was really happy with the finish. The finish, all the grain came through nice, and also with it being a graphite tint, it was quite a thin tint, so the natural colour of the timber still came through the grey, so it looked natural and not fake, if you know what I mean. So it looked like a natural timber floor rather than a false floor, if that makes any sense to you. The floor also had to be tough, and because it was a high traffic area, the chairs get moved around and things like that. And so I moved a few chairs and there's no marks coming through at all. But personally, I think if you had something maybe really heavy to move on the floor, I'll put those little Velcro pads on the bottom of the furniture just to be doubly sure. The product itself is easy to use, flows nice, keeps a nice wet edge, obviously enhances the grain of the timber lovely. It's probably one of the best clear products I've used over the years, purely because of that, the fact that it makes the timber look really, really good. Now back to the cost, it's £75 for 2.5 litres, is it worth it? Personally, I think it is. I've always been a believer you pay for what you get, and this is probably one of the more superior like oil varnishes on the market at the moment. So to me, it's worth every penny. Like I say, it's a superior product to all the other ones on the market at the moment. For this product, I'll give it 10 out of 10, purely because of that. It's really superior to everything else I've used. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any comments, please comment below. If you've used it before, let us know what your thoughts on the product is. As before, please subscribe to the Trade Decorator TV channel. Click the bell button for any future notifications of the reviews of the team. I hope you like this review. I'll see you next time. Bye.